Hello, I'm Liz Zorab and this is Byther Farm. Today, well, I've been really tired today, but that's because I stayed up way too late last night to watch a live chat from two family Homestead, and I had Doug and Stacey chatting with them, and it was a really nice live chat, so it was worth it. And I thought this afternoon, well actually it's early evening now, the sun is out, it's very nice. I thought we'd have a quick look round what's going on in the veg garden, quick catch up with the turkeys and see how they're doing. Well, you know, a general catch up. Some of the squashes are looking amazing. The leaves are huge and green and look fabulous, and they're still producing young fruit, so hopefully that will have time to mature. And others, like the spaghetti squash next to me, which has been doing so well all year, well, it has now succumbed to powdery mildew, and I think it's done its thing. So all that's left now is for the fruits on it to ripen, and we've got some really good sized spaghetti squashes on there. I think there's 9 or 10 really big fruits. They've just started to turn yellow, so I'm really pleased with those. I had about 9 fruits off them very early on. They were still big, but they hadn't hardened off yet, so they've been saved as though I would save courgettes, so shredded and frozen, and I'll use them later in the year. And these ones are going to be cured, and hopefully they will stay nice throughout the winter, and we can use them in late winter and early spring. The runner beans are starting to look really good now. Now we've had lots for the freezer and eaten them as young tender pods. These ones are being saved for the bean in the middle to grow, so a big white bean. This variety is called White Lady, and rather than having a red or dark brown bean in it, it's a white bean, and we really like them in casseroles and stews and soups. And they're really filling and a rich hearty meal in the middle of winter. Powdery mildew is affecting all of my squashes this year. So this is a summer squash, as you can see, poor thing. Obviously all this foliage is going to be removed and burned, because I don't want to be putting this into the compost heap. Charred bright light is looking really good. Harvested some of the leaves off these. I'm leaving the stems on because I'll use those as well. The brassicas that I've been so pleased with in this tunnel this year had done really well up until recently, and I didn't notice, but at the other end of the tunnel the netting had blown away, left quite a large gap, and some cabbage white butterflies or cabbage moths have got in there, laid their eggs, and the brassicas do now actually have quite nibbled leaves. This is one of the outer leaves. It's got some pretty big holes in it. It's got evidence of caterpillar poop at the bottom here, and indeed, well, here's the offender. So a green caterpillar that has been munching its way through the leaves. I suspect he hasn't done that job on his own. But that's okay. The cabbages have grown really well this year. I'm really pleased with how they've got on. So I can lift them, remove the outer leaves, give those to the chickens, maybe the ducks as well. And tonight, well, I think we're going to be having a Savoy cabbage with our supper. So I've taken this one out, and sure enough, there's plenty of signs of caterpillar activity in the outer leaves. I'll take those off now and we'll come back and have a look and see what the inside's like. Well, I've had to take quite a lot of the outer leaves off, quite a lot more than I would want to find out who the culprits are. So there was that green one. In fact, there are several green caterpillars. There's also this caterpillar. I don't know what that's from. I would guess that's a moth type thing, but not wildly impressed at him snacking out on my cabbage. And there are some slugs. These cabbages are home to a lot of wildlife at the moment, and because of the sheer volume of caterpillar poo oh dear, that there is between these leaves, I think I'm going to find an awful lot more caterpillars in this cabbage. However, we will still be eating this evening. I'll just make sure I wash it really carefully. I've also just pulled the corn off the plant. I've tested to see if it's ready by squeezing it near the top and seeing if one of the little are they niblets or corn cobs, or I don't know what they're called, the little bits. I've squeezed it and the juices are coming out cloudy, which I understand means it's ripe. So let's have a look at that. I'm so pleased. I am so pleased. This is only the second time I've grown corn. I really feel like I still don't know what I'm doing with it, but this looks great. This looks absolutely perfect. So that will also go with our supper tonight. And all of this off to the compost heap. Yum! If you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment, or both. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Oh, turkeys, you're so handsome. Are you a handsome chap? Yes, you are. And so, wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one. And I also hope you'll join me again tomorrow.